Hi, today is Wednesday, March 27th. It is 7:58 p.m. So I am actually not at home. I'm at IQF, International Quilt Festival in Rosemont, Illinois. Just checking to see if anybody is available. Hi. I am so tired. Gonna change my settings on my phone. Hi everybody. I'm never tired. Woo! I saw that. Ooh. I wish that was me. I am so tired today. Gotta get to the same page you guys are on. Here I am. Alright, so now I can see the chat box. So I'm kind of propped up in bed. And just got in. We just got back from Sunshine Grill and Catering, I think the name of it is. It's a very deceiving little shop on, I think it's Tushi Road. I can't remember how it's pronounced now, or how it's even spelled. Tushi Road. And the food was really good. It's in a strip mall though, and it's so funny because you actually buy your own bottle of wine when you come in. You can bring your own bottle of wine to go with your dinner. Although I did not get any wine because I am tired. So, yeah. So let's see who's here. We got Clint's Crafts Ideas. That's who said he's never tired. June Hansen is here. She says, hi, Miss T and everyone. Sandra Jacobs says, good evening, T. Charlene says, hi, T. Francesca's here saying hi, T. Teresa Davison says, hello, everyone. Susan Glenn says, hi, Miss T and everyone from Cincinnati. Hey. I haven't been to Cincinnati in a while. I actually enjoyed my couple of trips I've taken to Cincinnati. Bonita Nan says, hi, Miss T. Mary Lee Blackwell says, hi, T. Get a good rest. I will. I was going to stay up and sew tonight, but I think I'm going to go to bed. Rita Williams is here, says hi, Miss T and everyone. Mary Smith says hi, T and everyone. Sylvia Mayo says hello, everyone from Olivet, Missouri. Hi, Sylvia. Rhonda Barlow says hello, everyone. And Clint's Crafts Idea says hi, everyone. I don't... But, let me tell you about my day. First of all, whenever I'm doing a trip, I get so excited and I don't get good sleep the night before. So I'm wide-eyed at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning trying to leave out at 5 or 6 a.m. Well, that didn't happen. I ended up leaving about 6:30 maybe. I slept a little bit longer than I intended. But I got into the Chicago area around 11:30 today. So I go to the hotel. They surprisingly had my room ready, so they let me check in. And I came to the hotel because they have a shuttle that you can take and go back down to the convention center for free. So that was really cool. And I've been down there helping Fabric Teak, which is the booth that I will be assisting with tomorrow, helping her to set up her booth. So we were about 90% done when my friends finished their booth in their Iowa Star quilts. And so we left because they were my ride back. So went out to eat. Food was really good, and after the food was eaten, I was really ready for bed. But I said, okay, I'm going to come on here and talk for a little bit. But I just, let me go back through and make sure no one else has come in. So we got Sandra Weston. She says, hello, everyone from Maryland. Hi, Sandra. And I took 2 pictures just that I posted on Facebook, and that was just of the vendor signs, the name of their shops. But I did not take any pictures or do any videotaping because I worked. it's a lot of work to set up a show. So when you see these vendors, that's something you need to take into consideration. Sometimes, you know, they don't have any sales in these booths. Sometimes when these people are vending, they're like $4,000 in debt just to even do a show. By the time they pay their booth rental, they have all kind of miscellaneous fees like paying for internet so that they can run charge cards. You got to order your supplies that you're going to sell. You also got to get to this location, and then you also have to have a place to stay. So it's a lot of money that's invested before these people even make $1. So it was a long day, and I just can't believe all the stuff that we had to do. And this lady, even, she has a lot of fabric, but her fabric sells fast, and so she's having some more fabric shipped overnight. So yeah, and that's very costly, but she's having some more boats sent in because we had some empty shelves. So it's a lot that goes into the planning of actually being a vendor at a show. So it's a lot. So if you're in a business and you do this, I give you my applause right now, because this is hard work. I had never done vending to the point where I did the actual setup, so I'm tired. And we had, I'm just gonna guess and say maybe 30 containers that had bolts of fabrics and or sewing notions or supplies that she was selling. Plus you gotta set up your tables, tablecloths, set up a cutting area. So it's a lot. It was a lot. But let me see who else is in here and what other comments. My phone is staying tilted. We got Cynthia Shade. She had a message. She says hello from Chicago. Trivia Henderson says hello everyone. And Judy Smith says hi everyone. And Sonia Jones says hello to you and everyone from Kentucky. So if you all do, if anybody is coming to the show, please stop me tomorrow, and or whatever day you're coming. It opens tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I'm going to try to get there at 9 so I can videotape some of the show before I have to go work, because she's got to show me how to operate the cash register. I got to make sure I know the prices of everything. So if she has to run to the restroom, and I need to know what the prices are so that I can tell people what this stuff is, and I can also ring it up. So long day. So I'm looking forward to a nap. Now I did bring a sewing machine. I got some crumb blocks I need to make. I never did tell you all this, but I'm actually swapping crumb blocks with my small quilt guild, the one where we have 6 members and we meet in each other's homes. We've been making 6 crumb blocks every month since January, and then we swap one block. And so every time I make a block, I try to do a theme, so that way I know I'm doing different fabrics. And this came about because of you all, because with my guild having to put together those quilt tops from my birthday challenge from last year, one of the ladies wanted to keep the quilt. I said, you can't keep the quilt. It's a charity quilt. And she liked that it had so many different fabrics in it. So we made a pact to make 6 blocks every month. We keep one, and then we swap the other 5 with the other members. And so the way that I'm doing mine is I do a theme each month. The first month I just did random scraps. The second month I used triangles as my theme. So I put some triangles. They weren't 60 degree, they were kind of oblong. I don't know what you call them. I'm more like a trapezoid. And my third month, which was last month, I had some kind of a stamped image, and then I used that as the center of my blocks and just used different fabrics. This month, for the month of, well, April, I'm saying this month, but for April, I got those blocks done and I made them patriotic. So I would like to work on May and June blocks. So I have Christmas as a theme for May, and then in June I want to do, what was the other one? Oh, African fabric. So those are my theme so far. So if I can get those 2 sets of blocks done, then I'll be done. We said we were going to go up to the month of June and then decide if we wanted to continue or not. So, having fun with that. My brother is here. He says, hey sis, I'm here. Hey everybody. He's actually speaking to you all. That's sweet. And June says, hey Ray. Shrivian says, good evening to Mr. Ray. Cheryl Lynn says, hey Ray. And Lisa Thompson, my niece, is also here. She says, hello auntie, hello everyone. So thank you all so much. I have just had a super long day. I have only taken a few things out of my bag. So just some hand soap and the quilt on the bed. And the only reason the quilt on the bed is out because it's the quilt that was on my long arm frame that I need to finish the binding. So I haven't even unpacked or anything, or I'm not going to unpack. I'm just going to live out of my suitcase because I don't like putting my stuff in the drawers and stuff in the hotel. So I've already, I'm real bad about stuff like that. So I've already like kind of disinfected everything. So, Bonita says, how many guilds or groups are you in? I'm in 2 guilds. The Flower Valley Quilting Guild, which is my large quilt guild. We have, I'm going to say about 80 to 90 members. It fluctuates. And then I have my other guild that's called the So Busy Quilt Guild. That's the one where we go on the retreats in May every year when I do the videos for retreat. So it's 6 of us in that guild. We used to be 5 members. We now have 6 members. And my Flower Valley Quilt Guild, the large guild, that's the one where I show you the quilt shows that are always in January or February. It just depends on how the facility schedules us. Groups, I'm in the Scrap Quilting Club with Teaquilts, which I run. I will occasionally go to Kevin, the Quilter Scrap Club meetings. I don't go all the time because I just have so much going on, and where it's located and trying to get back home, it's kind of like in rush hour traffic. What else? I am in a Crazy Quilt Club that I haven't been to the meeting in about maybe a year and a half. But I'm a member of that club. And I want to say that's it as far as being a member of guilds. The reason why I'm not a member of a lot of guilds is because I am a professional lecturer, and when you are a member of a guild, they tend not to pay you your regular rate if you are going to present to the guild. And also, when you join a guild, after you've been in there for a period of time, it is assumed or expected or they would like for you to get on some kind of a committee so that you can help support the guild. And I don't have that kind of time. So that's another reason that I do not join other guilds. Because they know who I am. They know that I can do all of these things. See, for my large guild, I've been president, vice president. I've ran workshops. And I've been historian, where I've kept all the records, took all the pictures of all the events and things happening in the guild. And I'm sure I got some more, I just can't even remember. I'm blocking some of the jobs right now, but I've done a lot of things in the guild. And so it takes time to do all of that. And right now I am actually the vendor chairperson for our show. So I'm sending out all the vendor information, trying to get vendors to sign up to be a vendor at our show. And then when they show up, I'm going to be the hostess for the vendors, making sure that anything that they need is, their needs are taken care of, making sure that they have badges, make sure that anybody that's working with them, we give them 2 badges per vendor to make sure that, they're taken care of. So it's a big job when you're sending out all these massive letters to people and then communicating back and forth with them. So that's what I'm currently doing, and that's when I said I was doing something for my guild. I had to create the letters because whoever was in charge of that before did not pass that information to me So I didn't have it, so I had to create all the letters, all the registration forms. Then I had to get envelope stamps, and I had to do the process of printing all of that stuff, sorting it, and getting it out. So it was a process. It took me a couple of days. So a long answer to such a short question. And then my brother says, I put my thumbs up in already. Thank you so much, and thanks for the reminder. Harriet says, where are you? I am in Rosemont, Illinois, which is right on the outskirts of Chicago. Another, I'd say, maybe 20 miles or so, I would be into the actual Chicago area, so I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. Susan Glenn says, laughing out loud, you sound like me, Miss T. Don't like that either. I live out of my suitcase. Drives my hubby nuts. Yeah, when I first come in, I have a can of Lysol, disinfectant, and I like spray everything. And then I leave because you can't stay in here because it's just too strong. But, you know, then I leave, and when I come back, I just did that before we went to eat. And now I can come in and actually touch things. I even sprayed a remote control. My husband goes, you know, you're going to break that remote control. It's not going to work. I go, well, I'll just call the desk and get another one, and I'll spray it too. But they're getting sprayed. June Hansen says, so did I. Thumbs up, people. Cheryl Lynn says, I love your quilt guild. Such a great group of characters. Thank you so much. And Phyllis Gardner says, I made it. Hi, everyone. Hi, Phyllis. And Claudette Bettis is here. She says, hello from Anaheim, California. So, yeah. So, I am, like, just tired. And I have really nothing else to add. But I did want to just come in and say that when you see major shows, it was a whole lot of work that went into it behind the scenes. And when you pay for a booth, you think you've got certain things included, and none of those things are included. All of that stuff is extra. Like, they don't even give you table covers. They give you the curtains that is behind your booth, but any of your curtains that go on the side of your booths, you have to pay more to rent that. So a lot of the vendors, you know, you learn from the first time, and so a lot of the vendors, because they'll charge you $10 per curtain, it takes about 4 to 6 curtains depending on how wide your area is. So if you're doing both sides, that's 8. That could be $80 just that you paid in rentals for some curtains. By that time, you've been on bought your own by the time you do 2 or 3 shows. So a lot of vendors bring all of their own stuff. They do give them, everybody has one hookup to electricity, so then you have to have your own surge protectors after that. So it's a lot. It was a lot. It's been a long day. Mary Smith says, you travel with Lysol. Yes, I do. Kathy J. Mitchell says, hi, I'm working on a t-shirt quilt. Thanks for your help. Oh, you're so welcome. Kathy had a couple questions. She emailed me twice about working on a layout similar to the Harley Treads quilt, and so she has some issues with that. And I guess I'll go ahead and talk about one. If you don't have the same number of blocks that I use, she's a newbie, and she didn't know what she could do with the other extra spaces. And if you all got some suggestions, you can go ahead and drop them in the chat, because since she's here, I'm sure she would love to have some additional help with that. But I gave her like 4 or 5 things. I can't remember now. But basically, number 1 was that you can buy a novelty print that's like according to your subject. So if it's a cheerleader, maybe you can find a cheerleader print. Or you can even find one that's a panel and cut it from a panel. Number 2, you can use photos in it. Anytime you got, most people have like a theme shirt. You've got pictures from those events. You can always add in some pictures. You can also do some hand or machine embroidery in some places. Like you can put the person's name, or you can put the time period from these shirts, or you can do like a documentary on the front of the quilt top in one of the spaces as well. And just going off the top of my head, it was something else I know I told her. I'm blocking right now because I'm tired. So if you all got some suggestions, go ahead and put them down there. Lucy Jackson says, "Hi everyone. I travel with my own sheets and comforter. I disinfect the bed. So I spray Lysol on the bed and the pillows, and then I put my own quilt on top. And then I don't use any of their sheets though. I roll into my quilt." So I don't use any of it, and I have my own pillow. It's in my suitcase. When my husband picked up my suitcase, he said, "This thing is heavy." I said, "Is it?" Yeah. So I do the same thing. I'm trying to think what was the last thing that I told her. Let me go check email, because I felt like she had some good questions for someone that's new. And basically, the first two words that I told her was just creative freedom. You know, that's what it's really all about. Go to my sent mail. Okay, and then I said any style of patchwork. And you know, a lot of patchwork blocks have names that might be sufficient. Like if you've got somebody that's doing you're doing a quilt for, and you might have your state blocks or your state flowers and things like that. So you can do any style of patchwork. And even still, this might be a time where you get to do some crazy quilt blocks or anything with the scrap fabrics that are left over from either the t-shirts or any of the other prints that you use, any fabrics that you added into the quilt. So you can do a whole lot with it. And so that's what I put in the email, and that was because I didn't go any further because I was actually on my way out of town. But if you all got anything you want to share with Kathy, I'm sure she really love it. Cheryl Lynn says, "Rolling on the floor, is it all sweet and innocent?" Laughing out loud. Me too. I hate not having my own pillow and comforter. I even took them with me to Europe. Laughing out loud. That's funny. I don't know if I go that far. Well, when I went to Puerto Vallarta last year, I did take my quilt with me. I didn't take the pillow, but I had one of those little neck pillow things, so I kind of used that. But I didn't take the pillow because we can only take so much on that. And my suitcase ended up being over the 40 pounds, and I had to take stuff out. It was hilarious. I'm in the line, in the checkout line, taking stuff out of one suitcase, putting it in another. I was a mess. So, let me go back to YouTube. Go back to the chat. So yeah, I'm a mess to travel with, I think. You know what, my daughter is the same way, and it's partly because she and I both have some of the same allergy types, and most of them are mold and mildew. So I make sure that I spray everything down so that it doesn't mess with my allergies as bad. So yeah. Anybody have any questions? I don't have anything else to add, but I just wanted to come on and not completely ignore the Wednesday chat, even though I've been really, really busy. And I didn't have a formal topic, of course. So, another thing, I did make it, if you were in my Facebook group, you already know that I went to Kevin the Quilter's home last Friday. And I recorded his studio. I do have that video. I didn't even do a whole lot of editing because Kevin was so great with telling his areas. I do have an issue with the recording though. I left my adapter that goes onto the tripod at home, so I had to hold the camera, and I kept forgetting that I had my hand over the mic. So at times the volume is not the greatest, but you can at least see what his things are, and you kind of get a general feel for what's going on. And I'm trying to figure out when I want to release that because I'm at IQF right now. So when should we do like a video premiere? Maybe Sunday? Are people available Sunday, say Is 6:30 a good time? My family tends to eat early on Sunday. So let me know if Sunday at 6:30 is a good time to release, or should I just wait till like Monday or Tuesday? Elaine asked me if I'm ready for Easter. I don't have to get ready for Easter anymore. I don't have any young children I need to prep. And what's so funny is that my mom just asked me about it this week. I went over to her house to visit before I went out of town. And I told her, I said, you know what? We don't have any children. We'll let the people that have the children worry about Easter. So, we normally have a family meal and stuff like that. And she was concerned about dyeing eggs and hiding eggs. It's like, let them other people worry about that. My mom turned 80 this year. I think she can give up dyeing and hiding eggs. Judy Smith says, I think you need to get some rest before tomorrow. I appreciate you thinking about all of us and coming on the chat. Yes, I am. I'm going to actually get some sleep. I brought, like I said, I'm in like it's called the Comfort Suites or something. But they have it's like embassy suites where you have the bedroom and then you have the middle where you have the bathroom, the sink, and then you have another sitting area with a television. So I got my stuff out there, but I doubt if I unpack it. Sharon says, so we got one vote for Sunday. And then Mary Smith says she's doing a partial fasting for Lent. And Sharon saying Monday. So 1 for Sunday, 1 for Monday, 2 for Sunday, 3 for Sunday. Cheryl says, I am off for the evening, but have a great IQFT and good night, Quill family. Thanks, Cheryl, for coming in here. I appreciate that. So it looks like everybody wants to see the studio tour. I've been asked about them, but people had gotten sick. It was really bad here in the St. Louis area. We had a lot of people getting pneumonia and stuff like that. So I had 3 people that were scheduled, and all 3 of them had to initially cancel due to illness. But then once the illness was over for one of my people, they decided to do their floors, and so all of the stuff in the 2 rooms have been put into her sewing room while they do the floors in the other room. And so since she's going to do the floors, it's being delayed because now they've decided to paint the walls and paint all the trim. So it's going to be a while before we see her studio. I do have one other one scheduled, so I'm hoping that I can get that videotape sometime in April. My niece says good night. Bye, Lisa. See you later. Thank you for popping in. She says good night, everyone. Having trouble with her internet in the country. My niece just moved from Missouri. So she's got to get used to the new internet system. Sharon says Sunday. So it looks like Sunday is a good day. So we'll try for Sunday at 6:30. I'll go ahead and put up a premiere for Sunday whenever I get my laptop out, which probably will not be today, but just know that Sunday at 6:30 we'll be showing Kevin's sewing room. Mary Lee Blackwell said, how many days are you in Rosemont? One more vote for Sunday. Probably Saturday. I probably leave Saturday about 2, something like that. So yeah. So if no other questions, then I'm going to go ahead and sign off so I can go take me a shower so I can go to bed. I am tired. So thank you all so much, and I will most definitely see you all next week back in my home room. And I will see you in the chat room on Sunday at 6:30 since we only have one vote for Monday. So see you later, everybody. Bye-bye. Vicki, we're about to go. Thank you for coming in. Thanks, everybody. I can't get it to go. It doesn't want to end.